Okay, this is just an addendum or an appendix to the previous part. I believe it was part 22 or something along that lines, where basically we now need to talk to a load of people and progress the story just a little bit so that I can go off screen, do some grinding, sort out my inventory, blah de blah de blah, and therefore just make sure we're all shipshape battle ready for future parts of this game. So, with that said, before we do need to just check out Expedition. We did stuff. Got a recipe, and that's about it. So that's fine. All going along as planned. Now, we need to speak to peoples. But I think the first peoples are around over here. I cannot get to them. Maybe I have to speak to them from across the way then. Yeah, I think I do.
Do you plan on just giving up? Palamedes is Amenoch's temple. The priestess isn't the only one whose job it is to protect that temple. It's the duty of everyone born in this village.
Why did the Abbey need Amenoch's temple badly enough to risk causing this much unrest?
But how will we protect our village from the demons if the Abbey abandons us? Besides, we won't be able to do business with the people of Isolt anymore.
Our faith in Amenoch has nothing to do with the demons. When the priestess gets back, I'm going with her to protest.
The demon blight changed everything. Will we never be able to return to the way things were?
The way things were.
I guess not. I miss the old days. Remember the festivals for Amenoch, don't you? I miss how Mahina led us in singing and dancing all night. Those days are gone. Now it's time for us to follow the rules of the Abbey. Please don't do anything rash. Yes, depressing, as we should say. Or shall say. Or did say. I have nothing more to say. Let's carry on.
Listen, I don't know what they told you in Isolt, but our village has its own traditions. This village is under the divine protection of the Empyrean Amenoch.
Amenoch. See, I always get that wrong. I say Amenoch.
Priestesses have
Amenoch.
guided us. They're tasked with performing the sacred rites of worship. And sometimes, they even deliver us his words and will.
And there's still a priestess today?
Of course. And her daughter is training to become our next priestess.
Good for her.
Though I sometimes feel they push themselves too hard. Both mother and daughter are giving their all for Haria.
Well, that's their job.
But the Abbey doesn't care about any of that. And they stole our temple from us.
Yep,
By
bastards.
An exorcist named Teresa came and heard us out. But from the very beginning, she always intended on taking our temple. Her words may have been kind, but that doesn't change the fact that she demanded that we worship her god, Enominat. In all the years we've worshipped Amenoch, not once did we ever try to force others to adopt our beliefs.
Why haven't I seen this priestess she's talking about?
Perhaps probably because we killed her or ate her, or we probably haven't seen her yet. We will soon, I imagine. All Mahina did was try to defend the freedom and traditions of a village. Well, she failed. We don't get many visitors here. I'm not sure why you've come, but there's nothing much of interest here. I don't know, bit of a beach. It's a bit of a tidy getaway. A nice holiday destination for those who want a quiet, relaxing time. Plenty to see here. Right, anyway, it looks like we've got to speak to our colleagues. Before we do, however, let's go and grab this treasure chest. Bing! That's lovely. Right, so, first point of call, Eleanor. I think we'll speak to you since you're closest.
What connection do you think there is between the violent demon Teresa mentioned and this village?
The Abbey.
Couldn't tell you.
Could there have been a demon blight breakout here? This village doesn't look like it's been attacked, but...
Whatever it is. If it keeps the Abbey's eyes off us for once, that's good enough for me.
You really will use anything and everything towards your own aims, won't you?
Yeah.
And that includes you. As I'm sure you've noticed.
Yeah. You and me are going to have the biggest fight ever, and it's going to be epic! Or we won't, and it'll be a cutscene, or we end up being best buddies or something. Who knows? But anyways. Still, something curious is going on. Demon in Harrier. Yeah, you do realise though, you did see, I think she saw, I don't know, I can't remember. But we did see, as a player, we did see that your superiors actually just summoned Demon Blight in his hand, and then just passed it on to his colleagues, who then turned into demons. You do realise they can just create it out of thin air, right? Or at least, you know, a bit like energy, transfer it from one place to another at will. No? No? Okay, fine. Just me then. Cool. This is bad. Another day I've come empty-handed. Or come home even. You used to just cast a couple of nets and come back with a full boat. How could this be happening? Oh, you're lovers. I couldn't tell. I thought you were both boys. How disappointing. Okay. Ooh, there's a crab on the rock. We can't walk over it. It won't damage it. That is mean. Well, is that mean? Actually, well, it's mean for me in my interactivity, but not mean for the crab. So I think we should just be happy that the crab still exists. Yay? Nay? Cool. Whatever. Don't care. Let's move on. Item. What have we got, old chum? Item.
It sounds like deciphering the text might take some time.
We should be prepared to wait it out here a while. Hopefully it'll all be worth it in the end.
I hope so too. But ancient Avarost is complex. It's not just a matter of knowing the grammar and vocabulary.
It delays the plot by a
Then
sufficient
how
amount of time
exactly
for
do you
padding.
read it?
I'm not sure about the specifics myself, but from what I understand, you kind of have to intuit a lot of it.
A language based on guesswork? Thanks, old dead people. You're officially the worst.
Oh, Velvet, you never cease to amaze me. I'm not sure if it's decipherable, but we'll have to try. Well, yes, otherwise the plot cannot proceed. And maybe that's what the developers want, to give the game artificial time. Or something. I don't know. Whatever's. It's nice. At least they've given us a nice place to waste some time. So, I'll give them that. Right, anyway, let's grab this soul while we're here. And then I think we need to speak to... Dude! Raikou. What's it? Raikanu? I always forget your name.
So she digs
Rokaru.
being
Oh,
called
close.
teacher. Well played, Laffy said.
She wasn't so fond of ma'am, so I guess he figured he needed an alternative.
You can tell how badly he wanted to help her with the languagey work. I think our Malak boy's finally finding himself.
So it would seem.
That was some useful dialogue. Thank you, game. Humans and Malakim are really the same. Sounds pretty strange coming from a demon like me, huh? Shut up. Let's just proceed onwards. Oh, good. Everyone's favourite. What have you got to say? Speak!
Banning local religions. The Abbey sure knows how to oppress the populace.
I'd imagine that comes part and parcel with spreading the good word. Other gods would only get in the way.
From what we overheard, it sounds like they've taken over Amenoch's temple, Palamedes, to use as their base of operations.
Sealing it off would be provocative enough, but straight up taking it over? Not a lot of so-called reason to that. Unless... Do you think they need it for some other purpose?
Shrug.
Shrug. Thanks for that. Great response. You could have said, probably yes. Oh, well, meanwhile, thousands of centimeters away.
Oh, ancient Avarost. You have the obstinacy of a spurned lover who refuses to move on.
Yeah, well, I sympathise.
Even for you, teacher?
It's this one crucial line. I can't wrap my head around it.
It says use the tentacles as a dildo extraction tool. I don't
Well,
understand.
From what you've taught me so far, it looks like it says Sa, Popo, Mucho, Sanchon.
Mexican wrestling and pornography?
Correct,
With a
but if you merely
feces
translated
element to it?
word
I have
for
no
word,
idea where I'm going with
It
that.
ends up saying,
Nothing
the
against
parent
Mexicans.
hates tomatoes, the child eggplants.
Oh, we've seen that before. Is that a reference to
Doubt
Hyperdimension
those have
Neptunia by any
much to do
chance?
with the Nominat. Yeah.
Their grammar is nothing like ours. Sometimes you have to reorder the words, and even then the meaning can require leaps of logic and flashes of intuition.
In other words, they just made shit up. Or is it
What are you
hieroglyphs? Is it
ordering?
just pictures or something?
So like San San, Pocho Pocho, Pocho Musan, Pocho Musan. Can you read it that way?
They all sound like Yu-Gi-Oh monsters to me.
Pocho Muson. Now where did you get that from?
I was looking at your
These words are
poach
lined
thing.
up, like they repeat. And when I read this part that same way, it just felt right.
I'm just making shit up.
Pocho Muson. If that's repeated here, then the passage turns into the Nameless Empyrean.
Well, that's informative.
Empyrean.
Ho ho, that has to refer to Innominat.
Well, yeah.
I think we're on to something.
Oh, good!
Alright,
The book
so
that
if
we
we
know was
apply
about
this
someone
rule here,
is about
then-
someone we know.
Hmm.
Yes.
It would seem to be a book of children's counting songs.
Not
It's not about Inomina.
The final
What
countdown?
matters is what the song says, child. And I think you will be very interested in the words.
It says, wrap this round your waist, put this through the brace, use the buckle
I
to
wonder if
tight,
they've
then...
made any progress yet.
I
Shall
can't
we
tell
go
you the rest
check
of that.
on them?
That was a bit, yeah, I was going. I'm very tired tonight, and I'm actually not very tired tonight. I'm just all over the place. That's all. Then again, when am I not all over the place? So actually, I'm perfectly fine and functional. I'm just very weird. Right, we still have things to do. We can't offer the latest modern blah blah blah. We don't care. It's fine. It's a nice place. I just want to progress with grinding because that's what I need to do. And sort my inventory out and sort weapons out. And oh god, it's going to be so boring. But I'll do that off screen, like I said. Have you two finished getting a room together?
Well, any results?
Yes, well, thanks to the boy here. As it turns out, he has quite the knack for languages.
In other words, he could have read it the whole time.
Only because I've got the best teacher.
Oh god, fuck off.
Careful, honey tongue, you'll give this old girl ideas.
Oh god!
Huh?
Now, child, I'm sure that
And she doesn't even address it. She's like, yeah, I know what I said, bitch. Come at me.
Yes, teacher.
Song?
Oh god. Have they reached that stage already in their
Headed
relationship?
is the lord of the land, with 7 mouths to devour malevolence. Through pulses of earth doth base nature's flow, as he awaits the time of awakening.
So we've got 8-headed dragon to kill. Gotcha.
Four Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power,
That'll be you.
Therians shall be forever reborn, in sight of the full crimson moon.
So in other words, even if you kill all of them, if one person gets away that's able to be a receptacle of their
The
power, then
nameless
it carries
Empyrean
on.
hath one heart. The nameless Empyrean hath one body.
But 8 heads is one too many.
Therians?
Hey, aren't you a Theria?
Essentially, this ancient text you found.
Am I getting that wrong? Isn't the Therian?
Drawings and
Uh,
songs
what Velvet
pertaining
is?
to Inominat.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be talking over, sorry. I usually do, but not this time. Okay, that's convenient.
Annotated? Then hurry up and just tell us what it means.
Means you have to die, Velvet, probably.
I'm sorry. So far, we've only figured out how to read the song lyrics.
It's quite obvious what it means. You have 8 heads. Kill all 8 heads, then kill whoever is the last receptacle of
take it
him.
we're still in
Either
for a good
Laphicet
long wait
or
before it's
Velvet or
thoroughly
both. The
decrypted.
end. Not difficult.
Likely so, but if we want to find out what the Abbey is up to, we need to know what's in this book, no matter how long it takes.
It's quite... Don't worry. It's okay. And breathe. And breathe.
What the Abbey's up to, is it?
You saw what they were up to before! How can you not believe
I
that?
think we can learn much, even from the lyrics alone. The drawings depict him with 8 heads. One of them belongs to his main body, but the other 7 are his mouths. Those mouths consume malevolence, sending it along earth pulses back to that main body so he can awaken. The 7 monsters fitting that description are called
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Therians.
Right. Now as for this malevolence, I have no idea what that means.
Hang on, yeah, so
What about
yeah,
the
Velvet's
second
one of them, isn't it? Because she's got the arm that eats
I haven't
things.
studied much
So is
into
she one
history,
then? Is she
but
one
it
of the
said this
one of the
world was
mouths, so to
created by
speak?
4
Then
Empyreans: Earth, Water, Wind, and Fire.
she
But
must be
they
one of the
also call
mouths, because that's why
Inominat
she's
an
able to eat
Empyrean.
people.
Perhaps a war broke out between Inominat and the other Empyreans that resulted in him being sealed away. But if there is someone to connect with this divine power, the Therians will keep spawning. And just like that, Inominat will be revived. If we assume that Shepherd Artorius fits that bill, and that he's trying to reawaken Inominat, everything lines up.
Yeah, the twist is that it's Velvet.
Which means our job is to find these Therians and cut off Inominat's heads, so to speak.
But where do we even start looking for them?
Remember, the song states that the Therians and Enominat's body are connected through earth pulses.
I'm only going with that because I can't remember what
If their
Velvet
job is
is.
to
She's a
feed
type of demon. It
Enominat,
sounds similar
the
to
most
Therion, but
effective
I
place
could
to
be
position
completely
them would
misinterpreting
be
it.
at
If
the
I am,
earth
my
pulse
bad.
points.
Points?
The places where the power of Earth pulses is concentrated.
Places with that sigil. Hey, remember the barrier that was keeping this bug in the forest?
No. Oh yeah, there were barriers we couldn't get to, could we?
Wait, are you trying to say that thing's a Therian? And yet, it would explain why the Abbey was keeping it locked up.
And there was that same barrier at the villa, too.
Oh yes.
That's
Forgot
right.
about that.
Do you suppose that was also a Therian? Does that mean the Therians all come in different forms?
Hence, yeah, I think Velvet's going to be one of them, isn't she?
Should we go to Logres and check?
We've just started deciphering the book. I'd hate to lose time on some fool's errand. I'd rather know at least a little more about what's in it before we make a move.
Sound idea.
Hmm.
It'll cost you. I have monies. Oh,
Something bothering you, Grim?
This line, the one about Therians being forever reborn.
uh-oh.
I just felt the same thing as I did in Warg Forest.
The needle's pointing in the direction of Amenoch's temple, Palamedes. Do I recall hearing that the Abbey took that over?
Oh, right, I thought it was pointing at Velvet then. And it was kind of like, they
Temples and
think it's
ritual
pointing at the
sites are
temple, but it's
often
actually
built on
pointing at
places
her,
thought
but she
to be
just
rich
happens
in
to be in front of
spiritual
it, if that
energy.
makes sense. But no.
Could the temple possibly be an Earth Pulse point?
Probably. Let's go find out.
There's lots of earth pulse points scattered all over the world. If there's only 7 Therians, most of them will be empty.
It's not like we have any better leads. If there's even a chance, shouldn't we go check it out?
Nope, that's what plot says.
Better than sitting around waiting on the book. If nothing else, we'll find out what Laphicet is sensing.
She looks so badass in those aviators. She just really does.
Just a theory, but if you were to kill a Therian,
He'll come back.
What?
I guess there's only one way to find out. Never mind. Good luck out there.
Oh yeah, being deliberately vague. So I'm guessing... I don't know, the reason why I was saying Velvet's connected to it somehow is because she said Therians can take all shape and form. What is she called then? Because she's a specific type of demon, isn't she, that can eat other demons? It sounded similar to Therions, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was something else. I don't know. It must be. I must be overthinking it, because if she was one, they would have surely have clued in on her and said, wait, you're a Therian, aren't you? So you'd be one of them. But obviously that's not the case, unless everyone's forgotten, but I doubt it. So yeah, I'll have to remind myself what type of demon Velvet is. I thought it was a Therian, but I'm probably quite wrong. But that's fine. Okay, fair enough. So, one big beast, 7 heads, go kill them. Plot twist will be, my guess is that when we do eventually take on the big dude, our teacher, brother, mentor, whoever he was. Artorius, that's the bloke. He's basically going to say, but my plan was to lure you here all along because you're the last blah-de-blah, and then I can unleash blah-de-blah, and then we both have to die in the end. Something like that. That's my guess. Anyway, we'll quickly speak to Grimoire. I'll keep up the deciphering work on my own. You go see if there's a clue in the temple, because you need to do something, otherwise this will get very boring. We'll need to see it for ourselves if we're after the truth. There's no telling the truth until you see it with your own eyes. Yeah, alright, just exhausting speech. Okay. Right, but anyway, we have now got the whole party back. So that means then, off screen then, what I'm going to do... Oh, it's daytime. Oh, that's cool. Okay, what that means is what I'm going to do then is I will go off screen, I'm going to sort out the inventory, I'll go and do some grinding, then perhaps do up some weapons or armour just for the sake of doing it, I don't know. And then... when we get back here, we'll start speaking to the people here, and then the exclamation mark and all that sort of stuff. And we'll take it from there. So yeah, this was just a quick addendum, really. So think of it as part 21, part 22 even, sorry. Appendix A, or whatever. And then, yeah, we'll go on to the next part next time. So thank you for watching. I hope all that made sense to you. If you are watching and interested, please let me know if what type of demon Velvet is again, because I'll probably forget to research it because I'm a bit clunky and clumsy that way. Yeah, we'll see where this is going. But anyway, take it easy, have a good one, hope you're well. I'll see you in the next vid. Bye for now.